thought I would tell the truth about this Christmas tree. I get so many people asking for the link to this tree. And this tree, I do not have a link for. I am constantly shopping for trees that are similar to this, and I will be linking them for you and putting them on LTK. But this tree is so old. And really, this tree is what started the lights for me. I bought this tree maybe 13 years ago. It is a really good quality designer Christmas tree that was pre-lit all those many years ago. And over the years, the lights went out. I replaced the lights as much as I could until it was just done. Eventually, I just strung my own lights on the tree on top of the dead lights. Then I couldn't take it anymore. I was tired of seeing those dead lights on my tree. So what did I do? I cut off all the old lights so I could have a clean, fresh palette to work with. Now, I have a blog called Mom Can Do Anything, and if you comment the word mom, I will send you the link to that blog. But on that blog, I talk about that process and what happened with the lights, how I tried to fix the lights, how I worked with the lights for a while, and then how I eventually cut the lights off, and how to do that if you're in that situation and you have a tree that you love. And trees are expensive, and I just did not want to go out and buy another tree for the lights. So that is really what started all this. I cut off all the lights and started fresh with my own lights. I had already been adding lights. The snake lights I'd already been adding to my tree, but once I cut the lights off, I never looked back. I love having the ability to change out my lights, and I like having it separate from the tree. I don't know that I want another pre-lit tree. Now, I have bought other smaller trees since I've cut the lights off of this one, and they are pre-lit. One is pre-lit, one is not pre-lit. And even if I buy a pre-lit tree, I'm gonna add lights to it. But if this tree were pre-lit with, say, warm white lights, I couldn't probably put the ice white lights on there. So I like having lights separate from tree. And that's really what Holiday Hangups is all about. And that's really how it started, was the love for the Christmas lights and the need to have them separate from the tree. So that's the origin story. That's what happened. And that is the truth about this Christmas tree. It is that old. Now, it was also green at one point. I flocked it several times over the years. That is also on the blog, Mom Can Do Anything. So again, comment, reply, DM the word mom. I'll send you the link to the blog. And you can see how I flocked this tree and what I used to flock it, the whole process. And I do have my opinions on what's easier and how to do that. And that's something to look at if you're gonna consider flocking a tree. I would do it. I love this tree flocked. I was really hesitant because I didn't want to ruin my tree, but I think that's why I get so many people asking about it and wanting a link for it, is because of the flocking. It is just a little more natural than what you might find, because there's not a lot of flock on the inside of the tree, and I went heavy with the flock on the outside of the tree. The way I dropped the flock on there was a little bit more like a natural snow than somebody spraying flocking on there. Light separate from the tree and flock it, baby, if you want to flock it. I think that this tree it's a one-of-a-kind tree, so I don't have a link for it, but I think I'm going to try to find one as similar as possible. I'm gonna look at market this year and see what I can find. But this, I will be trying to find something similar that you can get online, and I'll be linking that on LTK for you. And you can see, let me know how similar it is, or you can build your own. I guess you can go back in time 13 years, buy this tree, and cut off all the lights, add the lights, flock it, all that stuff. But that is the story of my 10-foot Christmas tree, and she's not going anywhere. I might keep her for another 13 years. We'll see.